Marhaba,
مرحبتين.
which is welcome in Arabic. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land we stand upon today, the Yagara and Turrbal people, and I recognize their elders, past, present, and emerging. I recognize that we stand on stolen land and that sovereignty was never ceded, nor a treaty was reached. My name is Omar Ashour. I'm a Palestinian and Australian. I am from Gaza. 10 weeks of protest and action around the world to demand a ceasefire and the application of international law against Israel. Israel, which has broken every law, torn up every international treaty, and dismissed every humanitarian shared value known to man. Just yesterday, a new atrocity has been documented. When the Israeli occupying army announced the completion of their military action against hospitals in Gaza, believe that hospitals in Gaza are being targeted. The videos emerging post this are a bulldozed Kamal Udwan hospital in the north of Gaza.
Shame.
On top of injured people who are being treated there. Now they are dead and their bodies are smashed among the rubble and rotting, and hungry cats are feeding off their bodies. This is the most moral army in the world. Shame on the world that let this happen. 10 consecutive weeks of a genocidal campaign that has been ongoing against Palestinians in Gaza. An offensive that has killed 20,000 people so far. Seriously injured 50,000 people. Let me pause here. Seriously injured because slightly injured or normally injured people don't get to be treated in hospitals because there's no space in hospitals. Seriously injured 50,000 people and took out most of Gaza's infrastructure, 80% of its homes and buildings, and even historical monuments, effectively making Gaza inhabitable. Shame. Shame! Gaza is one of the oldest cities in the world, which has been continuously habituated, civilization after another. So much history and so much culture. The reason Palestinians are a target for erasure by Israel is because the existence of Palestinians reminds Israel how new and foreign they are to this land.
Shame.
That is why they try to smear our chants. That's why calling out Israel's atrocities is labeled anti-Semitic. And here I want to talk about dealing with these false accusations and honestly also stupid accusations. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. The accusation that this chant calls for the wiping of Jewish people in Palestine is not true, it's incorrect on so many levels, even historically. Palestine had Palestinian Jews, and we were fine until a foreign occupation presented itself. When we say Palestine will be free, this means free from illegal occupation, free from apartheid, free from administrative detention. But that form of gaslighting does not fool us anymore. In fact, Israel is responsible for 99% of the anti-Semitism in the world. The same way ISIS and Al-Qaeda are responsible for most of the Islamophobia in today's world.
Yes!
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
from the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free!
for the last 10 weeks, and 75 years before that, there's an Israeli effort to erase us, the Palestinians. But that erasure will never be achieved. It's like trying to carve rock with a plastic chisel. Palestinians are a bunch of resilient people, and although we don't have any special DNA for it, the situation we've been put in and the injustices that we have went through has made us resilient, determined, and unwavering in demanding our rights. Although we may not be the stronger side, we are definitely sitting on the right side. There is a word for this in Arabic. Sumud. Resilience and grit against the mounting and unjust oppression. Sumud. And I can keep talking about what's happening in Gaza, the atrocities, our resilience, and how we can reach a free Palestine. But we need you to reach a free Palestine, and we need your help, and we need pressure from the international community. Communities pressuring their politicians and MPs pressuring their governments. So please, 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 talk to your MPs, write to your MPs, meet your MPs, ask them how they stand on Palestine, test them, challenge them. You are already informed enough and are acting on it and will continue to act on it. It's been 10 weeks of continuous showing up for Palestine. And that is something we really appreciate it. We really do. 10 weeks of no problems, of people demanding freedom and lifting off the injustice over an oppressed people. I finish by the most important thing in grassroots action, a lesson we learned a lot throughout the years. There will be differences of opinion, potentially agendas, egos, and so many curveballs and attempts of silencing. Whenever we're faced with something like that, we take a step back and check the core reason for why we are here and what's driving us to come to protest for 10 continuous weeks.
Free, free Palestine!
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 And once we remember that, once we remember what's bringing us, and all of our efforts to seeing a free Palestine, and how imperative it is not to take our eyes off that target, we reset, recalibrate, and overcome these minor differences, like the last 10 weeks, when we were united, successfully and peacefully, showing up for Palestine until ultimately Palestine will be free from the river to the sea. Free, free Palestine!